welcome to LouTube for January the 18th, our first edition of the new year for 2011. Happy New Year. I'm your host, Lou MacDonald. Bank of Canada met this morning and kept prime at the same, so that's at 3%. Our floating mortgages, variable rates, they'll remain the same again for at least another 6 weeks. The economists that I was listening to this morning are all predicting that that's going to stay until late in the year at I guess at best or worst, depending on how we look at that. You may have heard on the news that Jim Flaherty, our finance minister, called a special meeting yesterday morning before the opening of the markets and announced more tightening of the mortgage rules. The biggest announcement that concerns first-time buyers, of course, is the reduction of the amortization from 35 years down to 30. And let's take a look at that and just figure out what that means to us. I'm going to use the same example as I usually do, which is first-time buyer, young couple, both working, both making $18 an hour, which would bring them out to about $75,000 a year in gross family income. So I'm assuming good credit and not a lot of debt, and then we can just work through the payments and see exactly what this difference in amortization means to them when they go to buy their first home. Currently, with $75,000 of gross income, you would qualify for a monthly mortgage payment of about $1,765. So if we take that through at today's rates and a 35-year amortization, 5% down, and that couple could buy a home worth about $426,000. So if we take that same information and just project it forward into the end of March after the rules take effect, everything remains the same there. $75,000, $1,765 monthly mortgage payment. The only thing that changes is that amortization. So we bring it from 35 down to 30. And what does that do to their purchase price? It brings that purchase price down to $395. So from $426 down to $395, a drop of about $30,000. When we look at that, it really isn't a huge change. I don't think that's going to be I don't think it's going to change the market or the first-time buyers much. It should keep our volumes fairly steady from that standpoint. The real concern for first-time buyers is when that rate moves. So right now we can get 3.69 5-year fixed. If that was to go up to 5.5, and it really isn't a matter of if it will go up, but it really a matter of when it will go up. So if you wait until it goes up at 5 to 5.5, what would you qualify for then? So let's take a look using the same couple making $18 an hour, $75,000 in gross income. $1,765 is the monthly payment still, and what does that qualify us for? 30-year amortization and 5.5% interest rate. Well, what that does is it takes your maximum purchase price with 5% down to $320,000. I had to check that there. It takes it down to $320,000. So that's more than a $100,000 drop in your purchase price. When you look at that and you say, well, my payment's less, it isn't. It's still $1,765. You're just paying more in interest and, of course, less to principal. So I guess what I'm saying with this is if you're a first-time buyer, or if you know a first-time buyer who is thinking and sitting and waiting, now's not the time to wait. Now is the time to react and move into your first home. You'll build equity over the next 5-10 years. If we look at it as a long term, even if it goes down in the short term, there's really no danger there unless you're looking at flipping the property. Thanks for watching this edition of LouTube. Click down below. Click on the share buttons, post me to Facebook, post me to your Twitter, etc. Make sure that you send this to the people you care about who can use this information, who we can help to get into their first home.